going to be a first impressions on some new foundation and powder to me. These products were actually on sale at Sephora, and they still are on sale currently, and I picked up some of the products from the Urban Decay Stay Naked line. The Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation is currently on sale for $19.50 on Sephora. This is originally, I think, almost $45. And I also picked up the Coinciding Concealer. This is actually a repurchase for me. I have had this concealer in the past. I absolutely love it. So this one's not a first impression to me, just the foundation. And also I picked up the Stay Naked, the Fix powder. And this one is a newer product to the line, but this was on sale as well for, I think, $19. And the original price of it is $40. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Honestly, I don't really want to pay more than like $20 a piece for each of these. So first off, we're going to use the powder to set my eyes because I already put eye primer on. I just used my Anastasia eye primer as usual. And then we're going to do an eye look. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay powder and just swipe that all over my eyes. I've never actually tried any Urban Decay powders. This does have quite a bit of kick up, but it has pretty nice coverage and it's very, very smooth. So I really, really like that. It's not making my eyes look dry. It looks really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. That really set the Anastasia primer down well. So I'm just going to set those aside. And we're going to do an eye look. So I decided to pull out my Kaleidos Club Nebula palette today by Angelica Nyquist. I haven't used this palette in quite a while. The last time I used it was for Caleb's birthday look, but I really wanted to whip it out and just wear it today because I'm actually going to catch up with a friend today. We're going to spend most of the day together. I haven't seen him since Halloween, so I'm really excited to see him. So I figured I would film my first impressions of the foundation and everything because I haven't been able to try it yet. I picked it up like 2 days ago. So we're going to do an eye look. I'm not sure if I'm just going to, I was thinking about just doing a blue look today, and I really do want to play with the blue, so I think that's what I'm going to stick with. So I'm going to start out with this blue right here, and it's called 7 of 9. It's a really beautiful, like, turquoise blue shade. It's like a sky blue, but it's a little bit more muted when you put it on. I was kind of thinking about using some of the warmer shades as well, but I think I'm just going to stick with the blues because I haven't been able to play with the blues in this palette for quite a long time, so yeah. I don't really do blue. Oh my god, can I say blue today? Not blah. I don't really wear blue looks that often. Jesus. Sorry, that was really annoying me. Hello, brain, get with it. I really don't wear blue looks too often because usually when I wear color, I'm just building it up because this brush actually makes the color a bit more sheer, which I actually like because these shadows are really pigmented. So if I can have something that can build it up more, that actually works out for me. So I usually wear like green or purple looks if I'm going to do something colorful. I don't really think blue is that much of a wearable color, to be honest. But when I can get the chance to wear a blue look, I love it. So, and these are definitely some of my favorite colors to use when I do a blue look. So I'm just going to apply that. I'm just going to do the eyes and probably the face on camera. Like I'll skip mascara and everything. Okay, so that's that. That looks really pretty. Okay, and then for my defining shade, God, I forgot how deep this blue is. It's a really deep blue. I think I'm going to take it all in my crease and on the outer corners as well. This is the royal shade, the royal blue shade called Void, the royal shade. the royal shade. I just need to grab my phone. Okay, so let's use that because I'm kind of running late, of course. What else is new? And I'm going to take that. I don't know if this brush is small enough. Let me use one of these. I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I just clean one of these off really quick. I ran out of tissues last night, so I didn't exactly spot clean my brushes. I do have another cleaner one here. I could just use this one. Yeah, let's just use this one. This is going to really concentrate the color, but that's fine. That's what we want anyway. I'm just using this random, I don't know if this is a MAC brush or a Stilo one because it completely wore off of the handle, but that's okay. It's pretty rough, this brush. I'm going to take it a little more. Yeah, that's better. I don't really want it to be too pigmented, so I'm just going to take it and define. So how are you guys doing? There are a couple things I want to talk about in this video. I don't know if I want to talk about it in this video though, or in just a live. But first off, Angelica Nyquist is back on YouTube, so I don't know why I felt so inspired to use this palette, just because this palette is so inspiring to me. It really, like, makes me step out of my comfort zone. I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to take anything on the outer corners. You know what? Yeah, let's just... I kind of have been into using the same color on the outer corners as I do on the defining shade, because you can kind of make it a bit deeper on the outer corner, so it almost looks like a completely different shade. So I'm just going to take that because I want a little bit of definition in this look today. So yeah, she's back on YouTube, and she did do a video on this, and I found it very helpful and interesting. So I don't know if you guys knew that BH Cosmetics has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which basically means that they're not going entirely out of business yet. But this is just to, you know, say that it's like a, you know, a cry for help, that they need some, you know, remarketing, some new strategies to try and change up, you know, their way that they make products and make products that people are actually interested in. So we'll cover that in just a minute. I'm just going to apply some glitter glue. Okay, and then for the lid shade, we're going to go into the very center shade in the palette, and it's called Astro, and it's a gorgeous blue. Ever since I swatched this in my top favorite palettes of the year, I really wanted to use it again because I don't even remember the last time I used it, but it's such a stunning blue shade. Oh, that's so pretty. I could have done like an orangey blue look with this, but I just really wanted to stick with the blue shades. I was thinking about almost using like the red on my lower lash line. We'll see. I kind of want to use one of the purples on the lower lash line. So anyway, so yeah, oh my god, it's just so smooth and beautiful. I love Kaleidos' formula. And it's so freaking sparkly. So yeah, so they filed for bankruptcy, and basically I have been seeing their palettes on a deep discount on their website, and also I have been seeing their eyeshadow palettes pop up at Marshall's quite a bit over the past month or two, and they are deeply discounted there as well. So, I mean, it made sense to me because they're such an affordable brand. But most products that get moved to Marshall's are like older high-end products, or like from brands that aren't doing that great. And I feel like it's a lot of excess stuff that like BH could not sell, and they just have so many extras of because honestly, they're not really doing anything too interesting to kind of capture their audience into doing something new and different. All they release are multiple eyeshadow palettes in every single collection, that it's getting even... Good job, Caitlin. Just get it all over your crease. That it's getting super repetitive to people. That people are really just losing interest in BH Cosmetics at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, their eyeshadow formula is fabulous, but in order for people to stay interested in your brand, you have to do something a little bit different and kind of change it up, because not everyone is going to collect every single eyeshadow palette that BH Cosmetics comes out with. They got to have some versatility. That's why, and I know people hate that ColourPop releases so much, but ColourPop has expanded their brand and their business to so many different branches that they offer a multitude of products that isn't just makeup. I think that Fourth Ray Beauty was their smartest business move that they ever did, because they know that people are going to want affordable skincare, especially in 2020 and 2021. Not really that many people were buying that much makeup. People were more so buying skincare. So ColourPop grabbed onto that opportunity and made it into more money for them. And it's, yeah, probably greedy, but at the same time, like, you have to constantly transform yourself in the makeup game, or if you're a makeup brand, or people are going to get bored, or they're just going to get overwhelmed with how many options you have, and they're not going to want to buy it. They're just going to get tired of it, or they're going to move on to another brand that has something else for them, something else to offer. Like if they need a foundation, they're not going to go to BH Cosmetics, they're going to go to ColourPop or another drugstore brand that's more easily accessible to them, rather than buying from BH Cosmetics website. With ColourPop, they have not just expanded into skincare, they also have a body line, which is called Soul Body, and they also have multiple different products in their makeup line that you will repurchase, like mascara or primers or setting sprays or brow products. Like those are products that people go through and will repurchase, and that's usually the biggest type of products that brands want to have, because 99% of the time the products that sell the most often are the ones that you go through the most, which are the products that you have to repurchase. Like for me, and an example for ColourPop, I love their BFD cleansing oil. It's my favorite cleansing oil to take my makeup off. I tried the Burt's Bees one. I don't like it as much as the BFD cleansing oil, but it is a smaller bottle and I go through it quite quickly. But there's also other products that I repurchased from ColourPop, like their Dewdrop lip oil, which I absolutely love. Their mascaras, their brow gel. Those are things that I'm gonna constantly go through and repurchase, and BH does not have products like that, and that's kind of been their downfall. All right, so now I'm gonna go grab my makeup sponge. And also one more thing before we get into the foundation is that I know ColourPop constantly releases collections, but they release collections like that have multiple things to offer, like an eyeshadow palette, blushes, highlighters, lipsticks, lip liners, eyeliners, single shadows, like they offer a multitude of products every time they release a collection. I'm not always saying that they don't limit their audience by over releasing. They definitely are, but at the same time, there are always other options with ColourPop. With BH Cosmetics, they just released one eyeshadow palette with like a blush and a highlight, only in like celebrity collections. But if they're releasing like a collection for themselves, it's all eyeshadow palettes, and people are like kind of just like, where's the versatility? Like, some people don't even want to wear eyeshadow all the time. They want like a everyday blush or a highlighter or like a lip gloss or a lipstick. Like, give people other options. You can't just release a bunch of eyeshadow palettes all the time. You gotta offer different things like ColourPop does. So now I'm just gonna go grab my sponge because we need to move on to the face. So now we're gonna prime, and the primer that I always use to test out new foundations is my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, especially if it's something that offers more full coverage. I always use that primer. So I'm just going to prep my face with the Fix Plus Cucumber Spray. I forgot to wipe my under eyes of the sparkly eyeshadow underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to prime with my Milk Primer. I love this primer. It's so good. I need to try the new e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer, because everybody's saying it's such a good affordable dupe for the Milk one. So hopefully I can try that soonish. It's not available at my Ulta yet. I'm going to see if it's available at my CVS. All right, let me just take some water to just kind of get rid of that sparkle underneath my eyes. All right, that helped quite a bit, actually. Okay, so for the foundation, we are going to jump into the Stay Naked foundation from Urban Decay. And I have the shade 10NN, which is, of course, the lightest shade. I'm going to shake up the bottle because they always tell you to shake up foundation bottles. So this is what the packaging looks like. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this foundation, but right off the bat, the packaging is pretty cheapy. It's plastic. It's not glass. I do kind of get that that makes it a little bit more durable, and I do like that the product comes out like right away. Like, honestly, last night, and I'm just gonna apply it right away as I'm talking. But I do like that the product comes out right away. I actually pumped it out on the back of my hand last night just to see how the consistency was, because I've heard that this foundation is very like matte coverage. It's not exactly like dry skin friendly, but I was still kind of interested in trying it. Okay, it has a little bit more of an alcohol-y scent to it. It's not really fragranced. Okay, so let me just apply this. It does absorb very quickly on the skin, so it blends out really nicely. I'm just gonna do one layer for now to see if I need to build up the coverage, because I'm not sure how full coverage this is gonna be, but it really seems to be very light coverage right now. So I do really like how it looks on my skin. It does not feel drying whatsoever. It does feel a little bit more tacky than a typical like dewy foundation feels on my skin, but it feels very nice. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. It does feel a little bit dry. But again, I just think it's because it's supposed to be a more matte foundation. But that provided some really nice coverage. I think I definitely need to go in with a little bit more. I just didn't want to go in with too much with the first layer because I wasn't sure how full coverage it was going to be. But it seems to be pretty sheer, and it evened out my skin tone really beautifully. I've actually never tried any Urban Decay regular foundations. The only complexion products I've tried from Urban Decay are their tinted moisturizers, and I've fallen in love with both of those. I loved the other, I think it was the Stay Naked tinted moisturizer. I can't remember what it was called. Why is my sponge so dry? Okay, so that looks beautiful on the skin. I really like how that looks. It evened out my skin really nicely. I'm probably just going to go in with one more little pump just on my cheek area. But honestly, I don't really feel like this is too drying whatsoever. It feels so nice on the skin. But I definitely think you probably should just build this up as you go. You know, just to kind of, you know, not make it like too full coverage. But again, I just really don't feel like it's that full coverage. I mean, granted, I am using a makeup sponge, and that's the only way that I apply foundation. I don't like using a brush. I just don't like the way that a brush makes my skin look to apply foundation. I think a sponge applies just foundation so much better than even building it with a second layer. It's still not that heavy at all. It looks beautiful on the skin. Wow, that looks really, really nice. And again, it absorbs right away into the skin. So even with a second layer, it still looks beautiful. It's not clinging to any dry patches. It's a little dry on my nose, but that's typical for me because I have dry skin. So I'm not really going to judge it because of that. I'm just going to take whatever product that's left and just put that on my neck. So that's really nice. I really like that. I really thought this was going to be like hella full coverage, but it's really not. It's like a good medium coverage. It's really nice. Wow, I was really scared to try this foundation because I thought it was going to be hella full coverage, but it is beautiful on the skin. It feels very velvety. It feels like a little something on my skin, but nothing, and I do feel like it feels a little bit tightening because I have dry skin, but honestly, it's nothing that's really bothering me, so I really like it a lot. So now we're just gonna go in with the Coinciding Concealer in the same shade, which is 10NN, and we're just gonna apply that to my face. This is definitely pretty full coverage. So I'm gonna try and go in with as little as possible, but you know, that's never the case. But I used to love the Stay Naked concealer. I used to constantly repurchase the Stay Naked concealer, and that's another thing, is that Urban Decay is also not doing the greatest lately. A lot of people are kind of like bored with their products as well. I just am hoping that Urban Decay and VH Cosmetics will have like a full revamping and just come back strong, because they're such good brands. They offer great quality products. I mean, BH, of course, is way more affordable than Urban Decay, but honestly, Urban Decay is just still one of my favorite brands. They really know how to do complexion products, but honestly, everything else that they have released eyeshadow-wise has been a snooze fest. So people are just hoping that they can, you know, get their target audience back and do something fun and interesting and edgy like they used to be. So people are just like, what are they doing? Like, they're just kind of just releasing stuff that's kind of like hella boring, and like everything that they release now goes on sale so quickly. But since I mean, these products have been out for a couple of years at this point, so the fact that they finally put these on half price, I was like, I'm gonna pick them up, because I was like, this is a great price, and I got all three products for basically like $60, which I thought was a pretty good deal, as opposed to spending $40 on one of them at full price. So I saved a good 60 bucks. So I thought that was pretty worth it. Oh, I love this concealer. It's so good, you guys. But yeah, there used to be products that I would repurchase from Urban Decay, like the concealer and all that other stuff. And then they just kind of got boring to me. So I just hope that these brands can realize, like, I mean, it doesn't mean that they have to have hero products, but hero products really do help a brand obviously sell, because people aren't gonna buy eyeshadow palettes or maybe foundations, but like, it also takes such a long time to use up a foundation. But look how my skin looks. It looks so good. I'm definitely fully impressed with that foundation. It's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to set my under eyes really quick. I'm just going to use my Pat McGrath, and I'm just going to take that underneath my eyes, and I'm going to take it in my T-zone. Also, my skin has been really clearing up lately. I've been using the Inky List moisturizer, and I freaking love that moisturizer so much. I really feel like it's been brightening up my skin so much, and I really think that oh god, this looks so good. It looks so nice with the powder over it. Oh my god. Okay, I really like it. I mean, it does look a little dry, but granted it is pretty cold today, so I'm really not gonna judge it based on that. Okay, and then I'm gonna set my face with my Urban Decay pressed powder, because I'm not gonna take too much though, because I feel like this is pretty full coverage. So I'm just gonna take it and dab, because I heard that this is pretty full coverage. I think that's all I'm gonna do. That looks beautiful. That definitely made it more matte, but it looks so... I cannot believe how good this looks. It looks, this is the most natural full coverage foundation I've ever tried. That looks beautiful. Okay, and then I'm just going to, of course, spray my face with my Milk Makeup Spray, just to get a bit of hydration back into the skin. Oh, I love this spray. It's like giving your face a drink of water. Okay, so that is pretty much everything for the face for now. Now let's go back into the palette. And I'm going to put something on the lower lash line. I think I'm just going to take the shade that we used in the crease, which is called 7 of 9. And I'm going to put that right here, just very lightly. I don't think I'm going to use the purple. I think I just want to stick with the blues. I mean, granted, I only used like 4 shades, but hey, they work. I think I'm going to use Nova on the inner corners. It's such a pretty, like, light white color. Oh my god, I'm putting on a lot. Jesus, Caitlin. Alright, I gotta hurry up and get finished because I was supposed to be out of the house by this point. And I'm kind of taking my time. Okay, that looks pretty good though. And then for the inner corners, I'm going to take the shade Nova, which is a really beautiful, like, light white with like some pink and blue in it. It's so pretty. Yeah, that works perfectly. I do see kind of some blue sparkles in it too. It's like a purpley pink. Like, all of these sparkly shades are like super shifty in this palette. They're so pretty. All right, I need to put my hair up. It's driving me nuts. It's like tickling my face. I've been doing my makeup with my hair down because it's just been so cold lately that I like covering my ears when I'm doing my makeup. So, actually, I could have put Celestial in my inner corners. I think I might take that instead, just because there's kind of some peachiness to this shirt, so I kind of want something. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes, it's so freaking sparkly. I'm getting the sparkles like everywhere though, just FYI. Oh yes, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm so glad I took that shade. It looks so freaking gorgeous. Oh my god. They're so sparkly. Okay, let me see. Where did I put my sponge? Oh, it's still in my lap. Whoopsie. Okay, that looks beautiful. There's definitely a lot of sparkle underneath my eyes, but that's okay. All right, I'm just gonna re-blend a little bit of the eyeshadow and then we'll finish up the face. Okay, so now we're just gonna line, and I'm gonna take this blue color. I don't think there's any other liner that I want to use. I'm going to put the palette away from now because I don't think we need it anymore. I'm going to use this royal blue shade from the ColourPop set. I'll tell you what the name is in just a second. It's called DTLA, which I don't know what the heck that means. And then I'm just going to, oh, this look is so pretty. So pretty. It looks beautiful. And then I'm just gonna prime my lashes. Okay, and then for the mascara, I'm gonna use a repurchased mascara because I picked this up with the other products that I just used, all the Urban Decay stuff, and I picked up a backup of my Urban Decay Lash Freak. I absolutely love this mascara, so I wanted to get another one. Because I used it up like last, I don't even know, at some point, but I missed it in my collection, so I wanted to get another one. But this is the last mascara I'm going to get for a little while because I really can't purchase too many mascaras this year. I purchased way too many last year and I ended up having to declutter like half of them. I mean, I still got my use out of them, but it was just too many, so yeah. Oh, I love this mascara. It's so good. Okay, and then I'm just going to do my bottom lashes really quick off camera. And now we're just going to do bronzer and blush and highlight. So for bronzer, I think I'm just going to take the Christian Dior in the shade Tan Bronze. I really like this bronzer because it's like more cool toned for looks that like are blue and like cooler tone neutral looks. I really like using this bronzer, and I just want to make everything kind of a little bit more subtle on the face since the eyes are so bold. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so I just feel like this eyeshadow is bothering me. Okay, that's definitely better. Just the way it was blended was bothering me, but I think that looks better. Yeah. Okay, for blush, I don't know if I want to use one of these Kaleidos blush duos, blush and highlight duos. I want to use the blush. I don't know about the highlighter. You know what? I think I'm going to do the oranges because I always love orange and blue together, so I think I'm going to take these. So I'm going to take this color called Punch. I love these. Oh, love these blushes and highlighters. They're so pretty. I think I'm going to take the highlighter from the other one, though. I'm not sure yet. All right, I got to move my water. I'm almost done and I got to get out of here. Okay, so I'm going to take the blush called Punch. I'm going to put that on my cheeks. It's a little bit more buildable. I mean, it's still pretty pigmented, but they're just so soft and buttery on the cheeks. It's so pretty. I'm going to take this one on this side. I think I want more of like a bluish, like duochrome kind of highlighter. Oh, looks so pretty. So pretty. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then for highlight, I'm going to use the Too Faced Unicorn highlighter. I actually found this at my Marshalls a little while ago. Probably like 2 years ago. If I could get this open, that'd be fabulous. There we go. It's this really beautiful like rainbow highlight, and I think it'll be really pretty with this. And it also smells like candy, so this one is actually really beautiful on the skin. I'm not like the hugest or biggest Too Faced fan anymore, but I do think this is a really pretty highlighter. Oh, that's gorgeous. Too Faced used to be really good. Now they suck. Oh, it smells like candy. It smells like the NYX Marshmallow Primer. If you guys have tried the NYX one, it's exactly what it smells like. Looks super pretty. It's not as blue toned as I wanted it to be, but It's a really pretty highlight with this. All right, we gotta get the F out of here. So let me just spray my face and then we'll do the lips. And then for the lips, I'm so indecisive, but I think this will be a really pretty one with this. I know I just used this in another video, but I feel like using it today. So I'm just gonna take my Pat McGrath lip liner. What shade is this? I think it's called Structure, yeah. They're a really beautiful one. I was thinking about doing like a pinky lip liner, or like a pinky lip, but I did like an orangey blush. And I don't like clashing my lip B with my blush. I like making them relatively the same color. I mean, a lot of people do that, not just me. I do notice, okay, so I've been wearing this foundation for like 20 minutes, and I do see that it's a bit dry around my mouth area. But other than that, it looks great, so I'm really not judging it. And the concealer looks really good still. It really does not crease as badly as some of my other concealers. Like, after like 20 minutes of wearing it and setting it. I'm not saying those concealers are bad. I think that it's just me not knowing how to set a concealer. All right, hold on. And then we're just going to go in with my lippy. Which is the Dior liquid lipstick. It's the Forever Liquid Matte Ultra Pigmented Transfer Proof Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade 200 Forever Dream. It's such a pretty lippy, and it looks really good with this. All right, let me just do the top. I haven't re-dipped yet, so that was pretty good. Oh yeah, this is a really good shade. With a perfect brownish, warmish nude. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this one with it, and then as soon as you put it on, it is super pretty. I'm going to finish it up off camera because I got to get out of here. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I really love how this look turned out. I am kind of loving the way that this foundation is looking. I think it looks beautiful on the skin, so I'm really, really happy that I tried it. And I also really like the powder as well. Super lightweight and beautiful on the skin as well. I think I put it back in here. Yeah. So the foundation's really, really nice. So yeah, I really love how it's looking on my skin. I don't really have anything else to say. It just looks a little dry on my nose, but that's typical for me. And the powder is really beautiful too. And I love everything else I used. I've used everything else before. So yeah, that's it, you guys. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at cbw819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And let me know if you guys have tried these products from Urban Decay before. What were your thoughts? I would love to know. I just want to kind of blur my forehead again. Yeah, that blurred pretty nicely. So I love you guys. Bye.